the farmer's Gatorade of the 19th century by tasting history with Max Miller. I like Max Miller's videos, so
It is hot out.
this is gonna be great. I already know.
It is hot out. And when it's hot out, there is nothing more refreshing than a big glass of vinegar. Right?
What?
Well, that is one of the ingredients in Switchel.
Wait, real?
Nectar of the weary farmhand. So thank you to none other than YouTube Premium for sponsoring this video as
Wait,
we
real?
make Switchel, this time on drinking history.
Hey Saber, how's it going? Did you make it home?
This summer, I made a drink called Shrub, which is a fruit-flavored vinegar-based drink popular in the 19th century. And in that video, lots of people in the comments requested that I make Switchel, which is another vinegar-based drink. Very similar and yet very different at the same time. And Switchel was very popular in the 18th and 19th century, especially in New England, which is one of the reasons that it's sometimes referred to as Yankee Punch, Yankee Beverage, or simply Yankee. In fact, this drink has a whole host of names, including Swizzle, Ginger Pop, Ginger Water, and Haymaker's Punch, as it was often drunk during the harvest as people were making hay. This is also why the 1856 recipe from Practical American Cookery and Domestic Economy...
You know that... Sorry. You know Gatorade is like one of the only sweet drinks I really do take... I drink like when it's really hot and like I have to do something outside, and I'm like kind of really gassed, then I'll have some Gatorade. That's like one of the only sweet drinks that I keep on hand.
...by Elizabeth M. Hall calls it Harvest Drink. Mixed with 5 gallons of good water, half a gallon of molasses, 1 quart of
Oh my god,
vinegar,
this just reminded me. Guys, you wanna do a little bit of a desk stream with like a taste testing? I got a crazy drink. It is a matcha soda, but it's so good. Uji matcha soda. Like my mom had the other one of the same brand and it was so good. So like I got some like kind of to try on stream. Yeah, you guys want to see it?
2 ounces of powdered ginger.
It is, it's soda. It's literally tea soda.
But one highly invigorating and healthful. A very simple yet interesting beverage for a hot summer's day. But before we whip up a jug of Switchel, I wanted to tell you about today's sponsor, YouTube Premium.
Ooh.
One of the things I love about YouTube Premium, because I watch a lot of YouTube.
I have YouTube Premium.
One of the things I really love about it is that...
You know why I have YouTube Premium? Because I got it for free. They better give it to me for free with my $200 freaking YouTube subscription per month.
You can have the videos still going in the background when you switch on your phone to different apps. I also love that you can download videos because it lets me watch something and...
Yeah, what was it called? VO3 is like $200 a month. And you get YouTube Premium for free if you have VO3.
Those weird, awkward minutes on an airplane when you've had to go onto airplane mode, but before they have in-flight entertainment, or when they don't have entertainment at all, that's the absolute worst. And something that I just found out you get with YouTube Premium is premium access to the YouTube Music app, which has over 100 million songs that you can listen to at any time. And
what the hell is VO3? I'll show you what VO3 is.
What's your favorite anime?
Kuroi Nu. I love the world building and lore.
Heck
yeah. And
What's your favorite anime?
Yosuega no Sora. I love the siblings looking out for each other.
Yeah.
What's your favorite anime? Yosuga no Sora. I love the siblings looking out for each other.
What's your favorite anime? Dexter's Laboratory.
I really relate to DD. She's so smart.
Yeah. Is that how I make music? No, the music is in Sora. Sora and Notepad. Really high tech. Notepad for the lyrics, and then you use Suno.
Free, which is just cherry on the cake. Cherry on the ice cream on the sundae. So if you want to try out YouTube...
Iron Tiger says, I want to work with VO3, but VD was cheaper. VO3 is not worth it if you're not like doing it for work, basically, in my opinion.
Premium, you can get 1 month free by using my link in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I may get a commission if you sign up from there, but I'll put that link in the description, 1 free month of YouTube Premium. And now I'm really looking forward to trying out this Switchel, which I'm cutting way back on the recipe because 1, I don't need 5 gallons of it, and 2, I don't have a barrel to make Switchel in, so I'll be making a little bit more than 1 gallon. So for this recipe, what you'll need is 1 1/4 gallons or 4.7 liters of water, 1 cup or 235 milliliters of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons or 14.
Wait, did you say apple cider vinegar? I heard that's good. I heard that that's good for your boobs, and then if you're a guy, it makes your pee-pee bigger.
Water, 1 cup or 235 milliliters of.
You guys ever see like those fucking apple cider vinegar ads? Like they're fucking everywhere. It's like, yeah, you guys never seen them? Fucking apple cider vinegar ads. It's just like cures everything basically.
Apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons or 14 grams of powdered ginger, and 2 cups or 475 milliliters of molasses or maple syrup, or a bit of both. So there are lots of different sweeteners that are mentioned in different old recipes. Sometimes it's honey, sometimes it's maple syrup or molasses, and sometimes when they say molasses, they mean something else. They would call like maple molasses instead of maple syrup, or they would talk about molasses from cornstalk molasses, which is basically corn syrup. And they even had something called birch sap.
Ooh.
And the sap, which is
Yeah,
very
it's a birch. It's like it's kind of like maple syrup, but it's like birch.
sweet, is boiled down to about 1/2 the natural quantity, and some essence of spruce and chickenberry leaves added to it if you wish to
Chickenberry?
make it super
The hell is
excellent.
that?
This is the true Falernian. Falernian, being the finest of wines from ancient Rome, did a whole video on it. Now, I was really curious what this birch sap actually tasted like, so I got some online. Took a while to get here, but I did get it. It's from, I don't know, Wisconsin.
Well, it's like the water
Not really
though.
good, but close enough.
Thanks for the follows,
And
you guys.
it's
Thank
really
you.
watery. They actually call it birch sap water, so I can see why you would have to boil it down to make it a little thinner, but I wanted to see what it tasted like. Now, I am not adding the other things to it, obviously, just the birch sap water. Has anyone else had this? Curious.
I've never had it.
I'm not impressed. Tastes more like water. In fact, maybe it's just water. There's a flavor to it. I was expecting it to be really sweet because it's replacing other sweeteners in all of the old recipes.
I mean, probably they boiled it down,
particularly
probably,
sweet.
right?
Pop. Anyway, birch sap water. Now I've had it. But whatever you use for your sweetener, go ahead and add it to the jug of water or bottle of water or whatever you're making this in.
Okay.
Stir it all together and then add the vinegar and the powdered ginger and stir those in as well. Now, a whisk is going to let you get that ginger dissolved better than anything else, but even then, some will likely fall to the bottom or float on top. Just do your best.
Have you had
And then
that
once
stuff,
everything
Saber?
is mixed together, it's
Maybe I will.
really
If
pretty
Saber
much
wants to.
ready. And I say pretty much because, one, it is supposed to be served cold. And back in the day, when you were out working on the farm, you would take it and put it into a jug.
How
tie
about
a-
this? That sounds
a
fun,
string
right?
around that jug, and then have it like from a tree. The jug would be in a cold stream or the holler, I don't know, wherever there's cold water down a well, and it would chill. So then in the afternoon, it would be nice and cold when you wanted it. I'm just putting mine in the refrigerator. The other reason that I say it's almost done is because we have to ask, do we add rum to Switchel? And we'll have to look at the historic record to decide yes or no. So as I researched historic recipes for Switchel, none really had rum actually in the recipe. Most read like this article from 1872 from the Hartford Courant, which simply describes it as a beverage composed of water, molasses, a
Corazon?
little vinegar, and a sprinkling of ginger.
mean
But
like
then
the
many
SP?
newspapers from the 19th century had it being sold by liquor sellers, and so it made me think there is a connection with spirits. It also warned of people being liable to fall under the inspiration of a mug of Switchel or of a glass of the Frenchman's water of life. And there are numerous accounts of farmers complaining that their farmhands kept getting drunk in the afternoon on the Switchel. So, yeah, and it wasn't just in the farmlands of New England, but also in Congress. On hot days all summer and spring, and often in winter, a great bowl of Switchel stood in the center of the Senate or the House.
I
This
didn't
was
flash the
made
card
after
yet,
a
Sage.
favorite recipe and liberally flavored with Jamaica rum. Members paused in their great speeches, those that yet ring through the ages perhaps, and going up to the great bowl, dipped deep. Sometimes they paused, glass in hand, to emphasize a telling sentence. Sometimes they orated, glass in hand, and then drank deep, and again stalked back majestically to their places with Switchel under their belts. And
fuck?
even after it fell out of favor amongst the political set, Switchel remained quite popular amongst most people, including sailors and whalers specifically. And it was often said
So, like,
that
what happened? Like, they
after a
discovered Coke and they were like, fuck this shit? Is that what
whale
happened?
chase, a
I know,
big
Taurus, I
old
wanna play it
bucket
so
of
bad.
Switchel, spiked Switchel, would be served up to the sailors. But no whale, no Switchel is frequently the rule. But I am inclined to think that, whale or no, a little rum is not amiss after a lusty pull. The phrase lusty pull not being used in polite society today. Now, for every mention I found of adding rum to Switchel, there were also mentions of it being a beverage for the temperance movement. An 1832 article said, "It can do no harm to mention that not a drop of ardent spirit was drank on board Captain Kennedy's ship from the day of her departure to her return. Plenty of hot coffee and chocolate supplied its place in cold weather, and the Yankee Switchel preserved the health of the men in
Man.
Calcutta, while half the rum-drinking crew there were in the hospital." So sometimes it had rum and sometimes it didn't, but that just made it all the more versatile so everyone could enjoy a glass of Switchel. As I said, Switchel was that nectar of the weary farmhand, but kids enjoyed it as well. Reminiscing about
What the
fishing
heck?
trips during his childhood in the 1830s, the author Charles Dudley Warner recalled waking up early and packing a
So this
lunch
was like their
with bottles of
Coca-Cola,
root beer
basically.
and a jug of Switchel. And it was a favorite in the courts of justice as well. In 1869, both lawyers and judge would belly up to what they called the bar of justice. Behind it was a table with a jar of molasses, a bottle of vinegar,
You know, Chad, I just want to watch. I just want to watch freaking Twisted again. What a good musical, man. I think about it all the time.
and a jug of water to make Switchel for the court. Now that description completely left out any mention of ginger. And maybe it was just an oversight,
Behold.
or maybe it was because there was no one way of making Switchel. Many people would swap out the ginger in favor of nutmeg. And that's okay, because if I want my Switchel without nutmeg, I'm not going to war with my brother who prefers that pleasant spice. A gentleman does not call his fellow's mixture slops because it differs slightly from his own. Calm consideration is so much more effective.
Damn. You hear that, guys? Modern day people calling everything slop. A gentleman does not call his fellows mixture slop.
Than hasty condemnation. A good lesson for us all to learn. But not everyone was so tolerant of their neighbors' differing Switchel recipes. In fact, there is a story of a newspaperman putting out a recipe for Switchel and asking
A man from the was this era, the 1850s. A man from the 1850s calling another man a bitch ass because a bitch ass telling another man your Switchel recipe is awful. You're such a bitch ass. Out on the farm, talking about on the farm. I got this. Pay the audio. 400 units, bro. They want 400. Fuck it, I'll pay it. Whatever, I'll pay it, chat. I'll pay it. You want 400 units. 400. All right, it's taking a bit.
for comment about his recipe. Well, they always say never read the comments, because he got 89 of them, and each different. That was not all he got. Each correspondent framed his recipe in wordy contempt for the other fellows.
Not $400. It's 400 tokens.
Each commentator came up to the line, bristling for battle. But at least those 89 people had heard of Switchel, and that was because they were from New England. But outside of New England, most people didn't know anything about the drink. There's a story in 1833 where a military officer talks to his colonel and mentions Switchel, and the colonel, who's from Mississippi, says, "Switchel, I've not been to Latin school, nor I hain't swallowed a dictionary. So tell us what that air truck is." I can't do a
Dude,
Mississippi
I should have just put it that. I should have just put that. It would have been great.
So just layer that in.
Thank you, Mr.
Anyway,
Marcus. Thank
over
you.
and over, I found people wondering what Switchel was, especially Pennsylvanians who knew what Switchel was. They just associated it with Yankees or New Englanders, and not always in a nice way. These are certainly a very strange race of people. They live upon nothing. A rasher of pork is a feast for them, even on holidays. Their favorite drink is nothing but Switchel, or molasses and water, which they will tell you is better than Burgundy or Champagne. And it definitely hadn't made its way to England. In fact, one of my
Burgundy and
favorite
champagne
mentions
taste
of
kind of shitty.
Switchel comes
If you don't
from
like
a
alcohol.
character, Sam Slick, who was created in 1835, and he was supposed to be from Nova Scotia, and he was a satirical character who would playfully mock Americans, New Englanders specifically, and Canadians as well. And in one of his stories, he goes to England and is thoroughly unimpressed by the selection of beverages at a pub. "The drinks ain't good here. They hain't no variety in them nother. No white nose, applejack, stonewall, chain lightning, railroad, hailstorm, ginsling, talabotas, switchel flip, gum ticklers, phlegm cutters, jollops, skate iron, cast steel."
Yo, this guy's cooking. Dang.
"No white nose, applejack, stonewall, chain lightning, railroad, hailstorm, ginsling, talabogas, switchel flip, gum ticklers, phlegm cutters, jollops, skate iron, cast steel, cocktail, or nothing but that very stupid black fat porter." Now I know that some of those are real drinks, but I'm wondering if they all are, like phlegm cutters or that hailstorm,
what the hell was that?
ginsling, talabogas. What is that? Was it ever real? I don't know, but I kind of want to find out what it was. But even if it was
That's
real,
some good old shit talk,
clearly
yeah.
has fallen out of favor and is no longer popular, just as Switchel
Hey,
did.
Anon, thank you for the gift
By
sub
the
to
late
Raptor
19th
6. Thank
century,
you.
mentions of Switchel and recipes start to fade away, and really,
Troll Bard says, Leaf is a former bartender. You ever had a mudslide? What do you think? I think mudslides are pretty good. I like grasshoppers more, but yeah, mudslides are pretty good. Yeah.
by the
I like them blended.
1930s, many of the large New England hayfields have disappeared. So has the Switchel, which is now merely a name. Switchel was a mixture of molasses, ginger, water, and a dash of vinegar contained in a brown jug cached under the shade of a bunch of
Your Switchel recipe is awful. You're such a bitch ass. Your Switchel recipe is awful. You're such a bitch ass.
Oh my god, that's so fucking peak. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Okay, we can fix this. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna see how this one goes.
alders as partly submerged in a spring hole. On a hot
Oh, wait, can I
day,
see that again?
Your Switchel recipe is awful. You're such a bitch ass.
Oh my god, ridiculous. Oh, I fucking love AI, man. It's so stupid. Okay, I think I made a better one though.
when men were
wait.
mowing, raking, or pitching hay,
The
frequent
first punch
trips were
was
made
so
to
bad.
the Switchel jug. Dusty throats needed something to wash away the hayseed, and Switchel was the answer. It was consumed in quantities. The coldness of the water was tempered by the molasses, while the ginger and vinegar prevented cramps. So if you have cramps, ginger and vinegar seems the way to go, but be careful that it is actually ginger you're putting into that Switchel.
Wait, what?
There's a story from 1864 by Dr. Chase, who talks about a grocery seller who's trying to undercut him selling Switchel at only 18 cents per bucket. But by some mistake, he put in mustard instead of ginger. They had a general
Oh
vomit.
my God,
Made them think
that
that
sucks.
cholera had come. I think that was ginger that I put in there, right? Couldn't have been mustard. I guess we'll find out as I drink this
Mustard,
Switchel.
by the way, if you've never had like mustard, it's like, man, it's really sharp. It's kind of like wasabi-ish.
And here we are, Switchel, the 19th century nectar of the weary farmhand. So I'm going to first try
Spicy.
it without any rum in it. It doesn't smell as vinegary as I thought it would. In fact, it smells more appley,
Really?
which is weird because apple cider vinegar doesn't really taste or smell appley. Anyway, here we go. Ooh, that is good.
What?
Kind of tastes like a really gingery apple pie.
Whoa.
But there's the burn of the vinegar, but not the flavor of vinegar. You kind of get it in the back of the throat. There is no flavor. You can smell it. You know, it doesn't like, you know, vinegar is boom, but
Real.
really, really good. Now, I'm going to add some of this English Harbor aged 5 years Antigua rum, which is my current favorite rum. It's Antigua, not Jamaica, like those in Congress used to have, but is that enough? I don't know. We'll stir it around a little bit.
Looks pretty good.
Cheers.
Would you guys try this, chat?
Oh, that's the way to do it. Oh, I wish I had made 5 gallons. That's actually really good. I would actually like serve that at a party. I was really expecting a much more vinegary
Yeah, like kind of
drink,
nasty.
but that's not. Why did that go out of fashion? That's delightful. Yeah, make this. It's like super easy, and why wouldn't you? It's fantastic. I would use a, you know, not just molasses because it is bitter. So get something that has some sweetness in it as well. Mix and match. And I used a strained apple cider vinegar. It doesn't really affect the flavor, but it's
All right, guys, it's finished cooking.
Chat, look.
Okay, you know, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm just gonna download it and just put it in. I'm not even gonna. Okay. All right, hold on.
Your Switchel recipe is awful. You're such a bitch ass.
Chat, look at this guy. His Switchel recipe is so bitch ass. What do you think, chat?
Wait, was there another guy? Wait, what? What? He got hit by a clone of himself? He got cocky punched or some shit. What was that?
Chat, look at this guy.
I like his fucking camera though. His camera.
Chat,
Look at his
look at
camera.
this guy.
Look at his phone. Look at his phone. It's made out of wood.
Look at this guy.
Hey,
His Switchel recipe is so bitch ass. What do you think, chat?
what the fuck happened?
Chat, look at this guy. His Switchel recipe is so bitch ass. What do you think, chat?
Fucking AI, bro. AI went schizo. It's pretty funny though. But the AI
Chat,
went
look at
schizo.
this guy. His Switchel recipe is so bitch ass. What do you think, chat?
So stupid. Oh, that's amazing. That's crazy. Oh man.
it's just prettier than the really cloudy stuff. Yeah, go make this. Again, putting a link in the description for 1 free month of YouTube Premium.
You guys
an
ever
affiliate
see the
link,
trend?
And I will see you next time on Drinking History.
That was a really good video. I'll link it to you guys again. I kind of want to try it, but like, I mean, it feels like it's a lot of effort to make it, you know?